key, and it all starts within the home, right? So even if we start dialing it all the way back, again, you guys, I'm big on the core problem, right? And I understand how you guys feel. Again, I've worked our communities for 13 years. So I know what you're talking about, the reps of the violence and being uncomfortable around your own people, right? Essentially what we're saying is, hey, if I get successful and leave, I don't feel comfortable being around people who look like me. It's essentially what you got. You know what I'm saying? You know what you're saying? I'm sorry, my bad. My bad. I misunderstood.
He tried it. He tried,
I misunderstood. My bad. Hey, I love y'all. But the reality is this. What do we do?
Listen, Nathan, we're on the same team.
I know, bro. I know. So hell, I know. I'm just jiving.
But Nate, I want to be specific. I'm not saying that I'm not willing to invest in black people. I'm just not willing to invest in the ghetto. See, it's a difference. So, like, so we can invest.
Genesis said why?
Why?
Oh, now you want to ask why, Genesis? I was on your side all night.
I'm asking why he doesn't want to invest in the ghetto.
Because I believe that I shouldn't throw pearls upon swine. Like if
hold on. Wait a minute. To E-Man's point, and this is why I always bring it back. If you do the same thing into a fucking trailer park, you're doing the same thing. It's a economical mindset. It's not a race thing. Poor people think poorly. It's just what it is.
I think we're assuming that everybody's there because they want to be there. Right. And that's not the case. Sometimes you in a project because that's a transition. I can say that for my own self. I was
but for hell,
have you guys lived in a project?
So I don't think anybody wants to be there, but you have to find the people that have the mindset that want to get out of there.
But that's the point that I'm saying. I was in a project and I had the mindset. That's the point I'm making.
How do they get out?
So Sir Hill had a
That's what I was saying. You guys are throwing
me under the bus. If they're ignorant of the alternatives, how do they get out?
So that's what I was saying. The whole point.
We've got to educate them to the alternatives.
But the thing I don't understand, here in America, education is free. The internet, most people have on their phone access to information more than we've had access to information in the entire world in our history. And I can tell you that I have literally worked with people that don't know simple things. So I don't understand the library is free, right? That's always been free. You have your smartphone. You could literally say, hey Siri, or hey, I don't want to say the words because your phone and your lights might go on, but hey, right? And you can ask it, what is crypto? What is blah blah blah? And the information that you could put on. He was driving his truck and he found out all this information. So right now the landscape thankfully has changed in terms of access to information, and those that want the information, it's there. It's not.
You got to be exposed to it.
For adults, for the kids who don't know any better,
the kids know more about the internet and access to more than we do.
Ignorance breeding ignorance. If they're not exposed to anything outside of their community, how are they going to know anything outside?
I disagree with that. Hold on.
Yeah, but the host is saying something, y'all.
1 second. So Sir Hill had a great question. Real quick, if we could pause and answer that question. He said, how many people on the platform have lived in the projects before?
I've worked in it.
So
I've lived there. So I think this is when we talk about people who have expertise, this would be the time for you guys to listen.
So what I'm saying is, are you talking about the hood or are you talking about the project? It's different. Every hood ain't got projects in them.
I lived in the hood for sure. I lived in the Bronx.
Like California,
I've done both. I've done both.
Chicago Heights. I didn't live there.
Chicago Heights, Gary, Indiana.
Yep.
Listen, I'm telling you, I lived in both. Chicago Heights. You see what I'm saying?
Indiana's crazy.
But that's what I'm saying, Sir Hill. So what I'm saying is,
Chicago Heights.
Are you saying the hood or are you saying the project?
That's hood though. I'll give you my address and you can go there. I'll give you my old address and you'll know.
That is good, but
take Hostet, get on 16th Street, 14th Street, Lincoln Highway, make a left on Division. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, right, absolutely.
We can hear.
Yes, yeah. Okay. That's hood. That's hood. You know,
Right, you see what I'm
It's
saying?
still not Chicago City hood.
right.
I've lived in Gary, Indiana. Right?
They're
I'm telling
different.
you, I've been to a different.
The Cabrini Greens will be the projects, correct?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
projects.
Yeah. Okay.
Then let's,
Yes, so the
let's
point
talk-
that I'm-
Inglewood
the point that I'm making, the point-
but it's
The point that I'm making, though, guys,
worse.
the point that I'm making, though, is that sometimes people find themselves in a place because that's all they can, economics, this is what they can afford. It's not because that's where they want to be. And the reason I'm saying this, now you talk about somebody, again, I didn't go through school. I got a GED. I'm telling you, I know how this feels. Sometimes it's people are in a place because this is what life happened. Life happened to them and they're trying to do the best that they can. And sometimes we lose hope in that situation because we're trying to get out. I almost lost hope. Like, I don't tell people this enough, and maybe I should. Like, I'm successful in my life now. I almost lost hope because when you're trying to overcome, you don't have enough education. I'm a dark-skinned black dude who don't got stuff, so I already got a stigma. Now I got a wife and 4 kids and I'm not successful. You lose hope in this. And part of the reason why I'm passionate about being on these platforms is because I want to give people the economic knowledge, the information and stuff. But even in this too, the part that we don't talk about is when you're trying to fight to overcome something and you don't feel like you're making progress and you are giving it your best. I'm talking about working 2 and 3 jobs just to make ends meet. And I'm barely making it from that point. Right? And then not getting any sleep and developing like a sleeping condition to where I can't sleep because I'm worried because I got roaches in my apartments and there's bed bugs there as well. And I'm trying to get my kids out of this. Like, this is the real stuff people are going through. So what I don't want us to do is look at people who are in the projects and say, you know what? They don't want any better. Some of us do, but some of us have lost hope. And I'm blessed that I had people who did not allow me to stay there. So let's not put a blanket over people in the hood because just because they're there doesn't mean that they want.
Well, I said
your comments, E-Man, everybody in the chat went crazy. The whole platform.
But no, see, that's the problem. I get what you're saying, Black Man. But the problem is that when we get our resources, we got the right to put them wherever we want. Everybody want to control our hard work and what we done did. And so I get it. You can.
E-Man, you're not wrong. You just got to have a little bit more empathy, bro. You're not wrong.
I get that. That's why I ain't got no YouTube channel, so I can tell the truth.
Yeah, because you're not wrong. What you're saying is right.
But the problem is that it's that mentality why we aren't
No,
growing,
it's not.
right?
The problem is the people who lazy and won't get out their butt and work is why they're in the situation. So we always want to blame it on the successful person after they go out and put in the work and say, oh, you didn't put enough of your resources. No, y'all had the same opportunity I had to go out and grind too. Now, kids are totally different. If you ever followed me on YouTube, I have a special place for kids, and that's why I believe that we should have different programs for them. But if you're an adult, I don't care what your struggle. If you know my story, I don't care what your story, what it was. Me growing up in Georgia, we didn't have it. My mother didn't have nothing. I didn't have a job since I was 14 years old. So don't tell me what you cannot do.
No, I agree.
Okay, so for the kid who made a poor choice because of their immaturity, and that poor choice followed them into adulthood, and now they're having problems securing access to education, access to opportunity because of that poor choice that's still haunting them, then are you saying that they don't deserve a chance?
But everybody can go out and get a GED. See that the point. It's different if we
circumvent that felony that they may have.
Yeah, so if he went, so hold on, hey man, let me give you perspective here. So if a little boy at 12 or 13 went out and made a horrible decision, went to a store and stole a few things at the store that got him a felony charge, and then now 14, 15, he's studying, 16, he turned his life around because the arrest made him change everything about his mind. He's changing. He want to go to college, and then he goes to get an education, and he goes to get a job, and that. What happened to him at 13 comes up on the app, and that man said, "No, we can't hire you. You got a felony."
You're wrong. The reason I tell y'all guys are wrong is my little brother at 12 years old got a felony for armed robbery, and he working 2 jobs now getting it. I'm telling y'all, we got to stop making excuses for these people.
That's not always the case.
No, I'm telling you.
E-Man, you're not wrong.
They get a felony.
And I want us to understand, E-Man is not wrong.
Listen. They're not eligible for financial aid. Unless they come from a family with money, then they can't afford to pay cash.
But they have
they
grants. Listen, my little brother, when he went back to school, they have a grant out there for felonies. It's felonies that went out and created multi-million-dollar businesses, and they said, hey, we're gonna do grants just for these people. But you gotta not be lazy, and you gotta look for it. You gotta be willing to grind. I'm telling you, when he got out of prison, he was willing to work 2 jobs. His first job that he got was at the cow plant, him killing cows and coming home stinking every day. But he said, I'm willing to do what it takes until I get a higher level education, and I put this work in. So I don't have no excuse for people, because I done seen people in Georgia, they make this thing happen.
No, I agree. I mean, Emmanuel is correct, right? Let's be clear.
I'd be not.
Life is all about choices, you guys. And you know, I'm gonna speak on it because I'm the one putting handcuffs on these people, right?
Wow.
So let's be real. He's absolutely correct. It's about choices. Where's the breakdown? Where's the actual problem? We're talking to families, right? Because when you start looking about this child and why this child, male or female, made the decisions they made, you start going into these black homes and you start seeing where the issue is. All right. It's not Emmanuel's resources. It's not his responsibility to take care of anybody else, nor the presidents, nor the politicians, right? Nor the celebrities. It's no.